And welcome back guys to the new review, and today is the Minion 6. I'm coming to the Minion 6 as an outsider to the series, so this review might be helpful if you're an outsider too. If you enjoy grand strategy games like Crusader Kings, this game has a similar abstract strategic map and multiple mechanics going on. As is probably evident from the screenshots, the graphics are very base indeed. But this has allowed the developers to create hundreds and hundreds of different unit types. I loved playing a Total Warhammer 3 particularly to try out the different factions, aesthetics and playstyles. And experiencing a huge variety of factions with different ways to play is really where this game excels. Perhaps more so than any other game I've played. You might play a race of undead who need to summon all their warriors through mages, or a race of giants who eat a lot, and you need to take care with your suppliers. Or a weird ragtag race of different goblins you can amass in huge numbers. I'm absolutely loving this element. As you might have guessed, there's a learning curve to get used to in the game, and even the semi-official explanations video the game links to is rather rambling. Mucking around with yourself, watching a few different videos and checking some parts of the manual will gradually make things clearer, though I still have a great deal of learning to do 12 hours in. One important thing to get your head around is that your commander or hero figures are really the key to the game and expanding your empire, rather than buildings as in many other strategy games. There are more than 100 nations across 3 distinct ages, and several thousand units and commanders, many with special abilities. Careful consideration will be required, as will studying your opponent's forces to glean their weakness, and then you will need to find ways to explore those weaknesses. And there's a ton of stuff to go through. More spells than you will ever cast, more items than you will ever forge, and combined with a variety of units. There are technically calculable but incomprehensibly large number of options for you and your opponents to choose from, and your strategy will have to evolve and change to meet the latest threat. There isn't a clear optimal order of operations, nor are all options equally valid. Everything is in constant state of flux. As good awakening of their blessings grow stronger, as the new magic sites are formed, as new spells are rediscovered. The manual to this game is hundreds of pages long, and it still doesn't cover every last thing in extreme detail, which for some is a negative but for me is a positive, as learning through experience is what I found fun. You will need to think on your toes, and you will probably lose several times before you win your first game, but it is a rich and rewarding experience. The new blast system may take some time to come with grips with, as it separates blast points from path points to some degree, but I think it's a positive change, especially for multiplayer. Effectively, blast points are determined by each non-native path level of 3 of your higher, while the blast options are based on path range. It should allow for greater variety and less predictability. If you want several smaller blasts in the same path, for instance, you no longer have to sink tons of design points into a tall path build, and can instead broaden into the path and still meet the requirements. Although I appreciate a sophisticated game, there are definitely areas where even the smallest concessions to greater transparency and UI friendliness will make a huge improvement. As one example of this, save games are listed alphabetically under the random names you have given various worlds, with you being able to name them and without identifying they're the same. I also don't found a clear way to cycle between commanders without orders. Many of the mechanics going to feel invincible, and I'm often unsure about why my huge forces were completely wiped out in a particular battle, or why my domination spreads in certain ways of the world map. Sometimes the game even feels a little bureaucratic in the need to micromanage quite a few fiddly commands with your little clicks, and transferring troops around in large armies can be awkward. It would also be nice if the game auto-generated a simple formation for your troops for you to customize rather than dumping them all in a blob that needs to be fixed repeatedly. If you like exploring different dynamics, you enjoy trying different playstyles and experiencing different factions, and you're not put off by the self-learning curve, then you'll likely really enjoy this game. I just wish the interface could be improved further and that some of the mechanics were made more transparent. Unfortunately, I have to get ready for work and have already spent too much time on this review, so it will have to do. My overall takeaway is that if you enjoy auto battles, deep strategy gameplay and deep mythological lore, you will likely find this to be a worthwhile purchase. Thank you guys for watching this review, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. See you in the next reviews.